A wise man by the name of Benjamin Franklin once said, "Beer is proof God loves us and wants us to be happy." Truer words have never been spoken. Beer is actually one of the oldest drinks known to man. And in fact, according to Nora McGurvey of the Smithsonian Magazine, ancient tablets dating back from 4000 BCE actually depict Sumerian villagers drinking beer out of a communal bowl, and they would sip it through 3-foot-long gold straws. In a group of about 8 villagers, they would consume about 7 pints of beer per person. So it's safe to say that they made out pretty well when they decided to have some fun. So yeah, with that being said, the production and consumption of beer has played a significant role in the lives of humans for over 5,000 years now, and probably will continue to do so for the rest of time. So a couple of years ago, my family and we went to Ireland to kind of visit some relatives and tap into our Irish heritage. And, despite all of the famous landmarks and beautiful landscapes we saw, my favorite excursion by far was visiting the Guinness Brewery factory in Dublin, where I learned the very intricate but fascinating process of how one of my favorite beverages is brewed and enjoyed by millions worldwide, if you're over 21, of course. Today I want to share with you my knowledge of the fundamental process of creating the perfect brew just for you. And whether you go for like a Corona, a Bud Light, Heineken, God forbid, a Natty Light or something like that. All beer is traditionally brewed using the same 4 ingredients, and that is water, malt, hops, and yeast. So these are our first 3 main ingredients that we'll be working with, and this is the water, this is the malt, and these are the hops. So the first step of the brewing process is the mixture of hot water and malt. And malt, if you don't know what it is just dried out germinated barley. So what you'll see in this process here is you'll see the barley being broken down and germinated to turn into malt. So it can be mixed with the hot water. And most beers have 3 different kinds of malt, and that'll contribute to the strength, flavor, and color of the beer. And then it is mixed, and this process is known as mashing. And the resulting liquid you get is called wort. And this is the wort. It's the good kind of wort, though. These are when the hops are added, probably one of the most important steps of the brewing process, because the hops contribute to the beer's bitterness, and the shelf life and taste of the beer are largely dependent on the amount and types of hops that are used in the brewing process. So this wort, after it has been separated, has been pumped through a whirlpool, and it's mixed, separating the grains from the liquid, and then it is chilled through a heat exchanger before they are poured into these large fermentation tanks, where the last and final ingredient, yeast, as you just saw right there, is added. The yeast eats the sugar and turns it into alcohol and carbon dioxide, which is how we get our beer. So if you've ever wondered the difference between an ale and a lager, the difference is how they ferment. So an ale ferments at the top, and that they ferment faster and at a warmer temperature, which kind of contributes to its fruitier flavor, whereas lagers ferment at cooler temperatures for longer, and kind of has like a more refined taste to it. But after they are done fermenting, they are transported into big storage tanks for a couple months and for the brewer's refinery, and then they're sold to you and I. So yeah, through the process, though the process of brewing has been modified and refined throughout the years now, humans have been enjoying the beverage for thousands of years. The long and incredibly complex brewing process can differ from brand to brand, company to company, but its main components remain the same. Unfortunately, it's no longer acceptable to drink beer out of a bowl through a straw, but we are able to enjoy the same effects, flavors, and aromas as Ben Franklin and the Sumerians once did long ago. So the next time you're out to eat, at a game, and you find yourself sipping your favorite beer, think about the incredibly fascinating process of how your drink came to be. Thank you.